It's all Lee Anderson. The national debate is all around Lee Anderson and Islamophobia. Let's just remind ourselves what Lee Anderson said speaking to GB News at the weekend.
I don't actually believe that these Islamists have got control of our country, but what I do believe is they've got control of Kahn, and they've got control of London, and they've got control of Storm as well. And we've seen the shocking scenes played out in Parliament just a few nights back where Storm crumbled. He put pressure on the Speaker to alter the rules, if you like, for the nature of the debate and the ultimate voting. And this is a result of weak leadership.
Well, that was Lee Anderson, and he's got in trouble because apparently that is Islamophobia. In fact, according to Sadiq Khan, it's far worse than that. Let's have a look.
It's been more than 2 days now since the senior Conservative made comments that were clearly racist, anti-Muslim and Islamophobic, and still no firm condemnation from the leader of the Conservative Party, the Prime Minister. The problem is you have a senior Conservative saying things that are clearly racist, anti-Muslim and Islamophobic. That's leading to an environment where anti-Muslim crime is spiralling, and what they're doing is pouring petrol on the flames of Islamophobia.
And it seems to me most of our political class and much of our mainstream media don't want to discuss what happened last week, don't want to discuss the intimidation of members of Parliament, don't want to discuss the scenes that we witnessed in Parliament Square last week. Remember, this is what was put up on Big Ben, on the Elizabeth Tower last week. And you can see it on your screens, from the river to the sea, and we know what that means. It doesn't just mean the eradication of Israel as a country, it means the eradication of the Jewish people that actually live there. And yet, I think we're having the wrong debate. I think this is a deliberate diversion by a political class that do not want to face up or recognise the responsibility they have for what is happening in our country. Shocking scenes. I mean, Lisa Nandy today confirming that she literally has to carry a police alarm in her pocket everywhere she goes. A fight breaking out in Bradford just last night outside a kebab shop because the kebab owner sells Coca-Cola, who apparently are a pro-Israel organisation. And individual threats against members of Parliament getting worse, as evidenced by Mike Freer deciding, the North London MP, that he simply won't stand again at the next election. Let me tell you why this is a diversion, why we're not having a proper debate. So Kahn there, you saw, accusing Anderson of being anti-Muslim, Islamophobic, racist. That's the same Mayor of London, the very same Mayor of London, who didn't say a word about what happened in Parliament Square last week, didn't say a word about from the river to the sea being projected onto Big Ben. And I'm not going to say that the way Lee Anderson put his words was necessarily the brightest use of English, but Mr. Kahn, if you're worried about racism, if you're worried about discrimination, what about what's being said to Jews in London, the city that you're the mayor of? What about those scenes in Parliament Square last week? I'm waiting to hear you say something. So, folks, let me know, do you think Lee Anderson should have been kicked out? Farage@gbnews.com.